All right, handout 17C is going to continue with taste, and we're going to look at the gustatory pathway first. So let's jump into this. So our gustatory pathway, the information from our taste buds in our mouth and throat are going to follow a gustatory pathway, which is then going to be interpreted and perceived by our brain. So if you look at this, the first part, it says sensory input is going to move through several nerves. It says it's going to move through this intermediate nerve, which is cranial nerve number 7. That's the anterior portion of our tongue. So the front of our tongue is going to move information through this intermediate nerve. The back of our tongue, the posterior of our tongue, is going to move information from cranial nerve number 9, which is the glossopharyngeal nerve. So these nerves are going to move information to our medulla oblongata. So you can see that these nerves are moving to the medulla oblongata. And the medulla oblongata is then going to relay that information to other parts of our brain. So when you think about taste, we have various perceptions going on. So our medulla oblongata is going to relay impulse information about taste to our frontal lobe, where we're going to consciously perceive what we're eating. So our frontal lobe is going to, remember, that's where our personality is, but that's also where we're going to gather data about the perception of taste. So we all have the same sense if we eat something, but we all like and dislike certain foods. That is all contained in this frontal lobe. We also move information to our amygdala. Remember, that's part of our brain that's going to be controlling emotional response. So you may really love a food and it invokes some emotional response. That's due to the medulla oblongata sending this information to your amygdala. Remember, it's part of the limbic system. We also relay information to the hippocampus. That's the area of the limbic system that's going to produce memory. And this is going to help us make a memory of the taste. So if I give you if I say visualize your favorite food, you can actually think about it and produce a memory about how that tastes. And you can taste it in your mind without, eating it. That is done in the hippocampus. So these are where our gustatory pathways move and how we are going to perceive and interpret that different taste. All right, so that takes care of this handout. And so we're going to move into sight and sound, which is the two longest sections of this chapter. I try and keep the olfaction and the taste or gustatory short. And then we're going to spend a little more time on our vision and hearing next.